Hi there, some stripper bloods. Today we're continuing the series on how to make a boss fight on Roblox. In the last part we have made our character, and I'm highly recommending you now to actually, before you are watching this video, watch that video, because in that video I have showed you how to make so that your character is actually animatable, no matter what character it is. And now, to continue the series, we're actually going to start to do some of the scripting that's needed to be done. So, to start off, we want to have an arena. So I'm just going to have a very simple arena, at least for the start. It's basically just going to be a cylinder, actually. I'm just gonna make a cylinder, scale it down, put this on like 10, and scale it. I'm just gonna scale it a bunch. Okay, now I'm just gonna make it as well in the other direction, that size. And now, how big is this actually? And I'm gonna put it on my scaling on one and scale it on both sides a little in, basically, just to make so it's exactly 10 times 10, 60 times 60, and now this is basically where our boss is going to fight. And actually, I think I'm going to scale up my boss a little bit so that he is a bigger part of the arena, because at the moment he's about a little bigger than a player. So this looks cool actually. I think I'm going to, he's probably going to stand right about somewhere here. So he'll not really be looking like he's fighting, but he is basically controlling the fight. He is not really on the fight. And I actually have got at least 2 ideas for how he'll be fighting. So, maybe even 3. But actually, let's just quickly start with the fighting itself. So, actually, we're going to quickly close off all the scripts that we have, because we'll probably use multiple scripts here. So, first of all, we want to think of our attacks. So, I'd say he has multiple versions of himself piling out of the top. Actually, I think I'm going to quickly design a little more of my arena. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is about what I'm going to use. I'll probably add a little more detail in the end. And actually, I'm going to make this a little darker. I think even though this time a little lighter, or is this lighter? Not light enough. I guess I'm just going to go with this and just turn the brightness a little up. Okay, this looks to me a little good. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly set up my, like, the small ones that are going to pile out of here sometimes as part of the boss fight. And I'm just going to make them a little smaller than a player probably, so that they do not seem too dangerous, because they're supposed to be doable. How can I kind of, hey, I see kind of a little parts of detail that I'll probably able to just change that can already work out. Like, as if I can delete this. Like, this he already looks not as important. I'm just going to use this, and I think I'm going to scale him down low. One more time. Yeah, he looks kind of miniony. I don't know how to call that. And then I thought like that, like a bunch will spawn here and fall down. That's basically for all what they're going to be meant to do. Another attack I thought he might be doing is that basically one of these, but more like, hold on, I'm just trying to quickly design one of those how I was thinking they're gonna be, and then I'll be right back. Basically something like spawns, and 3 seconds later or half a second later, this thing is in that position. Yeah, basically just you have to, it's basically like a warning that there will be something. And I think I'm just going to design a few parts that I'm going to be using for this. Yeah, this looks about as it should look. But now let's actually start scripting the whole thing. So let's in replicated storage make a folder called boss attack objects. Objects. And now let's in service script service insert a script and the module script which will handle this. Because the module, let's just call it attacks, like basically local attacks and return attacks. Because, yeah, that. And this is just, so let's just call the module script attack module and call the script attack handler, something like that should do. And in the attack module, we're basically just going to write in how one attack works. So I'm just going to start by making the fireball attack. So function attach that fireball, and here we can then just say local attacks equals to script dot parent wait for child attack module boom. And now if we want the function, we can just say attacks dot fireball, and then actually yeah, local fireball equals to attach.fireball, and I forgot this. When you're doing module strips, you have to use require. So we are just writing here require open bracket, and behind the whole thing we're just writing a close bracket. This. I hope this works. I'm just not sure. If we see an error, we'll see what it is. I am not seeing truck fireball. Yes, this works. This is what we want to see. Now we can always, if we want an attack, and now we'll just quickly say pause for position. And now we'll just say pause. Now if we here write, for instance, 1,50,3, then if we run, it should print these positions. We're just doing this so in the end we can... What? Oh! This is... It's still supposed to work. But now, here we can just quickly delete this, but we want this pause value. And now we are just going to say local position for warning equals to pause. Actually, vector3. No, we'll just say pause. And minus vector3.new. And let's just say 0,0. But here we'll add another comma. And between those two commas, we are writing something like 2 should be good, so it's more on the floor. Now, basically, we are going to, at least at the start, or let's just have for I equals to 1 comma. Let's say there are first 5 attacks of the fireball. So now 5 seconds long, it will do attacks dot fireball, and now we are going to try to basically we can actually wrap this whole thing into a function called boss fight, which we then can trigger whenever we want the boss fight to start. So let's call this function boss fight. And now we can just quickly select all of this, press tab, and indent this so we have an end. Boss fight, and here we can just put in PLR. And here we are just writing PLR dot character dot humanoid root part dot position. So this is basically sending over, so basically 5 times it will send over the attacks dot fireball blah 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 blah, like the position of or player that is in the boss fight. So let's just quickly see. Basically we are making, now we basically have a variable for where we want a warning part to be. And let's just, here where we have variables, write the variables. And actually, I have forgotten about this. We want to take all of our parts into the boss attacks. And here, this part, because it has nothing inside of it, I know is the warning part. This part, because it has fire, needs to be the fireball. Fireball. And this, because his model is our minion. It's not an actual minion. I just get into all of this. But here, we're going to say local warning equals to James warning, the replicated storage, wait for child, boss attack objects, wait for child, warning part. And now let's just quickly do this for all of our parts. Let's just copy this line, paste it, and do this as many times as you have. And now let's just, instead of warning part, say minion, and here let's just call it, instead of warning part again, fireball. And now let's just go to the start of the whole thing. So about like here, instead of warning, we are calling this okay, let's just call this fireball. And now we're just calling this minion. Why am I always capitalizing what I do not want to capitalize? But now we basically have the variables that we need. Basically now we've defined so that we do not have to, when we want a warning part, write all of this code. We can just write here warning. But now let's just say local new warning equals to warning whatever warning colon clone. And now we can say new warning dot position equals to this variable, the one that we've defined here. So plr.character.human.rootpart.position minus vector 3.new 0, 2, 0. Basically this is what this is. So it will position itself where the next attack is supposed to be. And now to basically just say fire, we're gonna say wait, and let's just say we have a 1.5 second delay until it shoots, and then we are going to write local new fireball equals to fireball clone. And let's just have an animation of it going down. So new fire position equals to, actually let's just then make this 1, so it has a 0.5 second delay until it's down, equals to position for warning, no, pause, whatever, what have I pressed there, who cares, pause plus vector 3.new, why am I writing colon, dot new 0, 7, 0. And now we want to make it tween, so let's just quickly make a new variable, local ts equals to game get service tween service, and I'll just say get service tween service. Okay, this is how we want it. And now we're writing here local info equals to tweeninfo.new. Here we write 0.5. Then comes the easing style. Actually, I just want to indent this nicely. Okay, now comes the easing style. Enum.easing style dot, and which are we going to use? We kind of want, kind of like as if it's like fall, but that doesn't exist as easy in style. So I guess we're going to use. It would be funny using elastic, but I do not want that. Linear sounds like a normal one. Comma. Even dot design direction dot out, I'd say, comma 0, 1, 0.5, let's say. I really do not know what the number delay time means. Oh, when I've forgotten something. Okay, let's just see what it tells us here. False. Okay, but now we've got our tween info. Now, actually, what comes before that is our part. So basically, local part equals to new fireball. And now comes last changes. Local changes equals to, we want to use squiggly brackets, and then we are just writing, and because we have already defined the part, we do not have to say part dot position, we are just saying position equals to part dot position plus vector tree plus vector tree dot new, and here we're writing 0, minus 9, 0, and this is basically all we want. So this way it moves 9 studs lower from 7 studs over the player position. So basically from that position it moves 9 studs down. And then we actually just want to make this all happen. So local in equals to ps create part info changes. Okay, now we've got our tween, and now we're just saying tween play. Oops. And now we have basically probably already gotten done what we need done. That should be enough. And now let's test if this even works. We have to click play here so it actually has a player to put it to. We are getting errors. Infinite yield possible unreplicated storage boss attacks attacks. Did I write it only right in the warning power? It's warning part in the first line, making a mistake without even knowing if in the further lines there will be. Well, let's just see. It's kind of annoying if something like that happens to you, but I hope I'm even going to see when I'm being attacked. Am I? Oops, did I even? We're not calling the function, so let's just quickly somehow test this out by just writing game dot players.player added connect function player, and now we are writing wait 5, and then we are writing boss fight layer. Now we can actually test it properly, and I can only hope I'm right. I'm not seeing any errors in the output for now. But I do not see it happening. Those 5 seconds are clearly over. Whatever is broken there, I do not see it. So, let's see. Let's just say local attack 1 equals to us calling the function. Because often if you use local strip functions, you have to basically give them a variable when using them. 2 things. We have to make the new warning part parented into the workspace, and we have to do the same thing for our fireball. And do this after you've already set the info to it. Oh no, I'm just trying to copy. Actually, I'm just trying to cut this line because what did I do? Let's just control that. Oh, yeah. Okay, after this we are writing new fireball dot parent equal to workspace. Now it should work because it has done all of this in the replicated storage. And now if this works, that would be epic. I hope it works, and let's see. Yes! It works. Yeah, it does work. Now we only have to do so it damages the player. I mean, we've already got the kind of trash boss fight going on. Don't do it. Well, I mean, we have started on that. Let's just do some final things. When it's in the workspace, let's just quickly. Actually, before it's in the workspace, let's enter it. So, new warning dot entered equals to true. And now let's just quickly make so that the fireball even does something to the player. So let's just put it in a script and say script.parent not dot transparency dot touched connect function hit if hit dot if hit then if hit dot parent then if hit dot parent find first child humanoid then hit dot parent dot humanoid dot health equals to, let's just quickly copy this whole thing, paste it, plus, no, actually we're doing minus, so let's just say minus 50. We want our player to still survive if he gets hit. And then we're just saying script dot parent column destroy. Okay, now we're able to actually test if this works. I hope I do not just get attacked before I even spawn. That would be kind of bad. Shouldn't happen. Okay, I take damage and it deletes. I'm just there. That's interesting. Actually, just to make so that players can even survive this, I am just quickly going to make so that it gets destroyed before it touches something. Let's just add a second script. Repeat. Wait. Let's just say 1 until script the parent dot parent equals to workspace equals to double equals to actually. It was that easy. Okay, and then when it's in workspace, it waits, let's just say 5 seconds. Script dot parent destroy. Let's test this. And then we know if it works that we have at least fireballs spawning. Control. What? I just got damage for no reason. Oops, warning part. Wait a while and it should destroy itself soon. Yes, it destroys itself. And this is all we want. And oops, actually I might win the boss fight. Even though there's no prize. Well, that doesn't matter. Actually, can you push this down? Actually, what's happening? Well, I guess he's a little bit. Okay, this was part 1. We have scripted for an actual fireball system to happening. That was actually kind of hilarious how I was just kicked over by this guy. But, yeah, that was it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video and see you in the next one. Bye!
If you'd like this video, then please just give it a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more of my videos, then just click the thumbnail that should be on your screen now. And if you'd as well want to support my work at no extra cost, then just click on the thumbnail that should be right now in the middle of your screen.